doing the Hot Cider Hustle 10-mile race here in Lansing, Michigan. There's also a 5K at the same event. This is my first race since the Marquette Marathon. I did a 5-week recovery cycle and then just started a speed cycle here. I'm doing a Fitzinger multi-distance speed cycle leading up to my Boston Marathon training, and eager to see how that plays out. For this race, not really sure how this is going to go. I've been recovering here for 5 weeks after the marathon, so not doing a whole lot of fast running. And this week basically just started the first week of a speed cycle, like I said. So really not sure where my speed is at. I've also never run a 10-miler, so on the good side, this will be a guaranteed PR. On the bad side, it's not a distance I'm used to running, so you know, obviously it's close to half marathon distance, but a little faster than that. So kind of interested to see how that's going to play out. I also looked at the times from last year's race, and it's very tempting because I should be capable, if the same group of people were to show up, of shooting for number one. Actually, it's within reasonable distance that I could get that time. The big X factor is whether, you know, I'm in shape or not after coming out of the marathon. I really don't know where my legs are at. I've done just a few lactate runs, and really don't know if I can do 10 miles at, you know, sub 7-minute pace. You know, shoot for 6:45 pace, 6:40 pace, or something like that. So we'll see how that plays out. If depending on who shows up for this race, I try to feel out who's the faster people there. I might try to do a sit and kick if you know, the people that are in the lead there are within my range of striking distance. But if someone's, you know, way out in front of me that there's no way I'm going to keep up with, there's no use trying to, you know, commit suicide out there. So we'll see. It's not something I have my heart set on. Guaranteed PR, like I said, and I'm just kind of anxious really to see where I'm at this point. I really don't know after so much downtime recovering from the marathon. So I've been looking forward to this for quite a bit. For some reason, it's only been 6 weeks since the marathon, but it feels like a lot longer than that. There's been a lot of things going on in my life lately, and for whatever reason, like waiting for the Boston Marathon qualification stuff and all that just made the time kind of really drag on. And so it's like, it just felt like forever. It seems like that was like 3 months ago that I ran Marquette, but it's only been 6 weeks. So looking forward to getting out there and running fast again, and anxious to see how that plays out. This is also cool because it's like a huge race at where I work. There's like 20-some people. I think it's like the biggest turnout of my coworkers come into a race. I don't know exactly why that is for this particular race, but for whatever reason, everyone and their brother signed up for this race. One of our executives, it's his first 5K ever, so he's been training for that, so that's really cool to see. And so there'll be a big group of us there. That's always cool, and it's a local race, so I don't have to drive very far. That's always nice. I mean, I don't mind driving, but it's also kind of a pain if you got to drive, you know, an hour each way. And when your legs are sore after the race, you know, driving's like the worst thing you can do for you know, recovery and stuff like that. So it's nice that it's local here. I can just get in and out. The weather doesn't look real great. It looks like it's going to be rainy, so I'm hoping that's more of a drizzle than a downpour, but we'll see how that works out. It's not a huge amount of fun to be running in, you know, fall weather when it's rainy, but we'll see. I'll have to figure out how to dress in the morning when I check the weather. But the course is relatively known to me. It's kind of interesting because there's a 5K and then the 10-miler continues on. So we loop back to the starting line, and then the people doing the 10-milers go down on the river trail in Lansing that I've run several races on, so I'm generally familiar with the river trail. But that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. It's a little bit of you know, we're running downtown and then we get on the river trail and go out and back. So it's fairly flat, should be fairly fast. You know, weather's a little bit of an X factor. My fitness is a little bit of an X factor, but overall I'm just looking forward to getting out there and racing, and I should be competitive depending on who shows up. It's always a crapshoot, you know. There could be super fast people show up this year, but I would really love to get a number one overall, so we'll see how that plays out. I'll report back how I did. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like my content. I'll be back with more. I got a new trainer I've been using lately, so I'll be doing a review of that, and got a couple more races coming up, so stay tuned for those, and thanks for watching.